To you about how you can improve the world. Now, when I say improve the world, well, it's not really the whole world, it's your world. It's your world. It's the world that you live in, the people that you meet, the people you know. How do you improve the world of the people you know at a group at a time? This is the year of the groups. Now, one of the great things about the foundation is that when you enroll someone, they're part of your individual group. This thing took us years to design, by the way, and it's just pretty amazing that it works the way it does. So when you enroll someone, they're part of your group. Your job is to be the advocate. Your job is to be the cheerleader. Your job is to be the cheerleader, really to help them get to their next level. Zig Ziglar said it best. The only way you can get what you want out of life is to help other people get what they want out of life. Robert Allen said that good parents give their kids good memories. Bad parents give their kids bad memories. What kind of memories are you leaving? I was lucky. I'm one of 10 kids, and I have super, super parents. Both my mom and dad have passed away, but they taught us kids, and we grew up in pretty humble circumstances. Now, it wasn't that humble because everybody around us was living the same way. And we had to work at a young age. We had to earn our own money and we had to do our own things to make it all work. But they taught us how to be independent, how to be successful, how to give and help other people. I call them compassionate capitalists. They were very compassionate, very giving, but yet they were very industrious. They solved problems and they made a better life for their kids and their grandkids than they had. My parents were born in 1930. They grew up during World War II. 1930 is when World War II started. The big credit crunch, the big depression happened in 28, 29. And they grew up during all that time. They got started early as teenagers. My dad started working with my grandfather, finding old cars that were out in the fields or in a barn that had broken down, and they would go buy those and literally tow them back to a service station. And then they would fix up those cars and they would resell them. And that's how our family got in the car business. But my dad also taught me about real estate. And I was actually a lot better at real estate and fixing up real estate than I was cars. But they made a legacy. Every one of you are having a legacy. Your job, your goal is to help those you love have a better life. That's it. That's your goal. Wherever they are, whatever level they are, is to help move up a notch, move up a notch, move up a level, move up a level. That's your goal. Your goal is to have your children have a better life than you've had. Well, there's three things you can do. One is you can give them money. You can give them knowledge. Or you can give them a good experience about money. If you could only give them one thing, what would you give them? Well, it would probably be a good experience with money. Even a bad experience is a good experience if you can learn from it. And especially if you can learn from someone else's mistakes. So this is the year we're going to get very, very aggressive in going to the next level. So we have two kinds of groups that we've created. One is the individual group. Whenever you enroll someone, that person is part of your individual group. And you can go to the leaderboards, and I'll show you that, and you can see all the people you've enrolled and all the people they've enrolled and how many hours they've been on the online classes. That's huge. Our real goal is to 10x whatever we're doing. The systems are built. Now we just need to put gas on it. In order to really make a difference in the world, we've got to put some gas to it. We've got to add more and more people. And we've got to teach them the simplicity of success and money. Because being successful is not that hard. You just have to study successful people. You have to solve bigger problems and you have to add more value. The purpose of the foundation is to help you and your family have a better life. The purpose of the foundation is to help you help other groups. Not only can you help individual groups, but there's other kinds of groups that you can help as well. I want all of you just to think for a second. What are the other groups that you kind of hang out with? What are the other groups that you hang out with? The other day, I actually went to my mother-in-law's house and she had a reading group. And I gave them all a copy of my book to read the month before, and we had a fun discussion. They had a reading group, high school groups, church groups, family groups. I want you to chunk up and start thinking, well, how can I enroll a lot more people? Now, why are you enrolling people? Well, because the only way that they can really change their world and change their stars is with education, motivation, and getting a plan and executing it. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. But if you can teach him how to teach, you can change a whole generation. Now, you may not know how to teach it, but you do know how to introduce it. And to teach it, all these wonderful classes and assets are online. And everyone who has access to a phone or a computer has access to go through these wonderful classes. So this is the year of the groups. We want to start signing up people in 10s and 20s. We want to sign up 250 people a week. We want to do 1,000 people a month. My goal is 100,000 students and 1 million hours of online classes. And then we'll have started making something happen. Now, the compounding effect. You've all learned about compounding, how compounding works. The foundation is the same way. We have a group of people that are out there telling about this organization, and it's compounding. And then they tell more people, and they tell more people, and they tell more people. And we could have spent the money. We could have taken the $3 million and we could have put it in Facebook ads. We could have ran ads. But you know what? That's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to be able to teach you how to do it. We wanted to help you by giving you a money tree, which is the Warren Buffett stock. Because the one thing every adult's ever told us is that they wish they would have started at an earlier age. So let me take you to the website for just a sec, because I want to show you some really cool things that we've got going on now. So when you come to the Success and Money Foundation, so the first thing is, which is really nice for you to do if you possibly can, is go in and log in so that you're all logged in. But right after that, you'll notice that we've added some new motivation. The motivation is that you can earn stock by simply watching the Share the Wealth and Win video. This is a way to get people introduced to the foundation, and it's a great way to help them get going. When they do that, they're going to have $5 worth of stock put in their vault. And then you, as the enroller, gets $1, and the person who enrolled you gets $1. The second thing is to share your link with other people. And there's the piece you do right there. You'll simply click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up and it's going to say, if you're not already logged in, log in now. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got logged in. And then after that, it's going to give you your link. Okay, so let's go back here to the number 2. So if you're not logged in, log in. So I just logged in. And then there's my referral link right there. And that's what I get to share with people. You can click on this button right here and it'll put it right onto your clipboard. And then this is what you text people. And then follow up with them. Help them get enrolled. That's the key. And you can make extra money for every person that watches the Share the Wealth and Win. The other one is you can earn another $15 in stock by simply going through the Earn While You Learn courses. Now, the Earn While You Learn courses are based upon the new books that I've written. The 5 Success and Money Steps to Financial Freedom. And there's actually multiple books. And you can download these. You can read them online. You can buy them on Amazon for basically our cost on them. And we have 3 different sizes. Size number 1 is an introduction. So you can earn $1 just by watching a 5-minute video. Number 2, you can earn $2 by going through the simple steps, which is a little bit longer, about an hour. And then number three is you can earn another $5 by going through the detailed steps, which just takes a little bit longer. And then you can earn another $7 by going through the advanced steps. Now, why do we have you go through the same thing over and over again? Because it's not what you know, it's what you do. Everything we've done is to try to simplify the 5 steps down into the simplest 5 steps we can get. And then we add layers to it. We add more complexity and more things. Every morning, you should be getting out of bed and saying, how do I make more money? How do I add more value? How do I solve bigger problems? Who are the successful people I'm going to study today? Number 2 is, where's my money going? Am I getting a return on my money? How do I separate my money? How do I get my money working for me? Instead of just putting my head in the sand, how do I make this work? Number 3, how do I bless other people's lives? You can do that with money. You can do that with time. You can do that with energy. Number 4, the most important part of everything we do is to automatically invest. If you only did one thing, you set up your systems so that every month money automatically moves from your savings or checking account into your investment account. And you buy the 500 biggest companies in America, which is called the S&P 500, or Warren Buffett. I love Warren Buffett stock even better. That's why we're giving you our Warren Buffett stock. And number 5 is systems to be able to save and to spend. And life's a game. Money's a game. And the way that you do well is you play the game. We're not curing cancer here. We're just having fun. So let's have fun with that game. So this is the way that you can earn up to $20 doing that. Now we're going to be adding some new things here where you can also earn gift certificates and things like that for going through some of the classes, but we're still working on that so we can find some worldwide groups to do that. And then of course you've got access to the weekly classes, the courses, free books, tools, and everything else here. Also, one thing, when you are online, because we have so many items in the menu, make sure that you go to full screen. Okay, make sure that you're on full screen, because if the screen's only part way, then sometimes the menus don't show up very well. Make sure that you're at full screen when you're on your computer so you can see everything that we're doing. Now, the nice thing about what we've created, and this costs us a lot of money to do this, but mission number 2 is to provide financial rewards and a platform for individuals, schools, churches, charities, groups, and teams. And so the new thing that we're starting to really watch now is our students on their groups. So when you come here to number 3, leaderboards, and you come down here to the group leaderboards, you'll see that this is the category. We've got church groups, high school groups, college groups, charity groups, things like that. The big goal is now to increase those. Like if you got a church group, you click on church group, and here are the different congregations we have around the world. And these are simple congregations. So all the churches around the world get to compete with each other for cash and prizes. Then you click on, click on this top one here. Then the organization, which is the church, has a subgroup. We have adults, we have young men, you have young women, we have kids. And you can see there's an awful lot of adults in this one organization. And then we click it twice, and this will show all the people that have been going to all these different classes that are part of that. So you're in 2 groups. You can be in up to 2 groups. The one, everybody, that when you sign up, whoever signed you up, you're part of their group. That's over here. The second one is the organized groups. And some of those organized groups can be churches, they can be schools, they can be soccer teams, they can be a SAM group. A SAM group is just, hey, what are you? So if we click on SAM group, then it says, well, where are you in the world? Well, I happen to be in the Philippines, okay? And then in the Philippines, we've got all these little groups that are competing with each other. You know, We Rise as one has got 550 students in it. And then as you click it, it's going to show you all the people and all the hours that they've done. So if you want to sign up as a SAM group, a Success and Money group, the next question is, where in the world are you? And then what's the name of your organization? So that's kind of a fun one right there. High schools, what high school are you? So if you click on high schools, you'll see here's the different high schools we've got. And this year, this number is going to start to explode. Um, it's just really going to start taking off. So all the high schools around the world can compete with each other. Now, this might be a class in a high school. This might be a after hours club. It might be just a bunch of kids that are in the same school together. But if we get a big enough group, then we'll put you as an organized group. And you can see here's all the high schools we have right now. And then you click on the top one, then all the grades compete with each other. Inside the grades, all the students compete with each other, who compete with everybody around the world at the same time. That's what we've created. And it's taken us years and years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to build this. Now, why would we do something that crazy? Well, because it's about the only way I know that we can really make a difference in people's lives. It truly is. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. But if you can teach him how to share, if you can teach him how to teach, if you can teach him how to share wonderful resources to those he loves or she loves, you can change a whole generation of lives. As I connect the dots going backwards from my life to my parents' life, to my grandparents, to my great-great-grandparents, I can see how where I am at today was because of things that happened in the past that put me on this course. And as I was put on this course, I had to make decisions, and those decisions have made me who I am today, the way I think, the way we think. You know, things like our special needs children. So your goal now is to go make a huge difference in people's lives. You're doing a wonderful job doing this on a individual basis, which is terrific. The next thing I want you to really start thinking about is there a group of people? Now, if you have a group of people and there's like 25 of them, we'll make you a SAM group, a Success and Money group. To tell us what country you're in and what's the name of your organization. Now, if you've got 50 people, you're going into a school or you got a big church or something like that, then we'll make you one of the big organized groups that gets to compete with other people in high schools or churches or other organizations. But this is the year of the groups. The way we make a difference in the world is with education, with dedication, with motivation, and having people pulling the trigger and making it happen. That's the only way we can do it. We can't do it by just giving you money. We give you money, you feed you for a day. But if we can teach you how to fish, we can feed you for a lifetime. But if we can teach you how to share, teach you how to teach, we can change a whole generation of lives. Because that's what's happened in my life. I look at my parents. My parents taught us by doing. And we did what they taught us. And now their families, and my siblings are in very good shape. And my kids are in very good shape because of what my parents taught. So I want to thank all of you for being part of our world. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for making such a huge difference. We're going to say goodbye to our friends from around the world. We're going to come right back. We're going to be talking about sales. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to sell. Well, everybody sells something. Now, selling isn't about selling. Selling is about solving problems. The best salespeople in the world don't come in and grind you down and force you to buy something you don't want. Forced against your will, you have the same opinion still. Sales is about solving problems. As you know, to make more money, solve bigger problems. So we're going to say goodbye to our friends from around the world. We're going to be right back. We've got Kurt Mortensen in the house, and we're going to be talking about sales. Be right back.